courtroom in the hushed light of morning. The rhythmic thud of a gavel echoes off the wood-paneled walls. Faces in the gallery reveal a mixture of anticipation and unease, like those who gather before the onset of a storm. Here, stories are unspooled, truths contended, and justice, they hope, emerges untangled. But within this solemn hall, a different kind of turbulence brews, one invisible yet palpable. It is the hidden force of withheld truths, a disruption to the delicate balance of what we call justice. Imagine this force not as inert but as a gathering storm, a swirl of consequence waiting to tear through its own path, unhindered and relentless. Like a hurricane building momentum, unseen forces grow stronger when secrets are locked away and truths denied their rightful claim. Could it be that we are entangled in a natural order, one where attempting to obstruct justice invites the fury of what we desperately try to deny? The hurricane analogy isn't fanciful, it's a reminder of nature's brute certainty. And as we sharpen our focus, we confront a vital question. When we block the path of justice, are we unknowingly orchestrating our own downfall? To fully investigate, we must turn the lens upon ourselves. Take the case of Orla, an experienced paralegal who found herself tangled in the web of another's deceit. It began innocuously, with a simple request to delay releasing crucial documents during a corporate legal dispute. Just a week or two more, she was told, until figures are finalized. Initially, the delay seemed rational, even harmless, but the weeks spun into months, and Orla found herself a silent actor shielding a collapsing edifice of lies. Each postponed release bore the strain of holding back the inevitable, a notion as jarring as sandbags braced against a flood. In another scenario, officials in a small town conspired to delay transparency, promising an audit of public funds, yet stalling with administrative red tape. Community members, restless and unsatisfied, attended town hall meetings, desperate for answers. Whispers of mismanagement rippled through coffee shops and parish halls. Frustrated attendees sensed that truth was waiting, somewhere, just beyond reach. The obstruction, in this case, morphed into a slow erosion of public trust, a communal wound that festered in the absence of honesty. Yet justice isn't a passive entity. It demands to be seen, heard, uncovered. Like pressure building within a storm, truths eventually find fissures through which to pour. And here lies the crux of human behavior, the belief that by crafting delay, we wield power over outcome. But what if, in doing so, we are forging chains and shackles upon ourselves, the unintended architects of our own devastation? Orla's conscience weighed heavy, her nights troubled by the ethics she had once fiercely upheld. Could her silence maintain this precarious balance much longer? Throughout history and fiction alike, the pursuit of justice serves as a beacon for human action and consequence. Yet, in examining real-world patterns, our investigation pierces through the veneer of moral certainty. We delve deeper, pushing against our perceptions of control and destiny. An invisible tide rises, a claim that perhaps doing the right thing means allowing nature to play its course, unimpeded, as if the natural order was not meant for us to mold, but to witness in awe and deference. Religion and ancient philosophies echo this sentiment. Do unto others as you would have done unto you, suggesting an alignment with universal truths far beyond our grasp. And then comes the turning point. A moment of reckoning not just for Orla, not just for the obstructive town officials, but for anyone who stands at the nexus of truth and deception. It arrives as we reflect on the simplicity of the outcomes we try so vehemently to control. Those who impede justice by secrets or vanities may momentarily avert exposure, but they stand like those feeble trees rooted in terrid. He hurricane's path. The storm will uproot and reveal all, including them. A shift happens in the understanding of obstruction itself, reframed now as an act against oneself, not just against others. For Orla, this revelation is transformative. The inescapable knowledge that her integrity, once compromised, now demands redemption through confession. The courage to release the truth finally becomes the act that liberates her. What then does this understanding mean for us, for every person caught in the delicate tension between truth and falsehood? It is not merely about conscionable decisions, but about harmonizing with the rhythm of the natural, unpredictable, yet undeniable order of the world. When we obstruct, what we invite in return is the violent force of disruption upon our own lives. What, then, is the warning we should heed? As the gavel thunders once more in our earlier courtroom scene, what resonates in the silence that follows is more than a decision. It is a symbol of clarity, an assertion of the order we must strive not to hinder. The truth, like celestial gravity or the tides commanded by the moon, exerts its pull beyond our trivial manipulations. The lesson, as we close, lingers like the echo of a judge's final words or the wistful cadence of an approaching storm. Do not mistake delay for control, nor silence for peace. Instead, let the natural flow of truth run its course and be spared the hurricane's inevitable touch. This is the burden and the gift. Justice in its purest form need only be seen, spoken, and set free. The image now settles in mind. An open field, clear skies above where the tempest has passed, leaving clarity and unearned peace in its wake. But to arrive at such clarity, one must recognize the intricate tapestry woven between truth and time. Often, we find ourselves at the intersection of history and consequence, where the choices of today are but reverberations of decisions long past. Consider a river carving through stone, a process gradual and relentless, shaping the landscape with a quiet but undeniable force. In the realm of human affairs, truth operates much the same, finding its way through the layers of deceit and ambiguity that we have constructed. Examining history reveals countless instances where truth, though initially submerged, ultimately surged to the surface. The tireless efforts of figures whose names echo through the annals of justice serve as testament to the tenacity of truth. Pursuits that once seemed quixotic, like emancipation or suffrage, were in retrospect inevitable. They represent milestones whereby humanity flowed toward greater equality and understanding. These rights, now enshrined in law and culture, began as faint whispers challenging the dominant narrative. Yet like a seed responding to conditions unseen, these whispers grew, compelled by the unwavering pressure of truth. And so we find ourselves guardians of this fragile yet mighty force. Our ability to bear witness, to document, and to act upon what is true fortifies the very mechanism by which society evolves. Critical to this endeavor is the free exchange of ideas and information. Just as water finds its level, so too must our discourse be permitted to reach its own equilibrium, a balance maintained not by censorship or coercion, but through engagement and understanding. As our journey through this narrative draws to its final act, we come to understand that the pursuit of truth requires courage. It demands the capacity to confront uncomfortable realities, to speak against prevailing winds, and to press onward even when shadows obscure the path. Yet, history assures us that each truth uncovered, though met with resistance, becomes a beacon, guiding others through the fog of ignorance and doubt. Ultimately, this is the continuum we belong to, a legacy of shared truths forging the roadmap of tomorrow. And so, as the sun sets over the cleared field, we are reminded that in the realm of justice, each of us plays a part, a verse in the eternal poem of truth, recited through the ages and carried forward by an unyielding quest for a just and more enlightened world.